everyone, this is Debs, and this of course is your TGIF for Friday the 20th of June 2025. I hope you guys have had an amazing week. Welcome to the weekend. Thank God, many of you are thinking. So we're going to be delving into the deck. Of course, I'm going to be going through each sign, and as usual, I'm going to be starting off with the sign of Aries. Okay, the deck that I'm using is the Arcanum Tarot. If you feel this resonates and you'd like a private reading, my website's down below. I'm still offering 30% off 30-minute love readings, guys. I won't be carrying that on for much longer, just so that you know that. If you want to join the channel, the link is there too, and of course all the decks are listed. Okay, so what do we have, please, Archangel Michael, for Aries? Hang on, guys, I'm being attacked by my plant. That's better. So Archangel Michael, what do we have for my lovely Aries? Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. Masculine or feminine? Why am I wanting to say not sure. Okay, Aries, you are deliberating about something, I think. Yeah, I'm tongue-tied. What am I talking about? Right? All over the place. Okay, Aries, am I picking up somebody's energy? I'm suddenly feeling really scattered in my mind, right? How strange. Okay, Aries, what's going on, guys? Let's delve in and have a look-see. Okay. King of Cups. Aries, are you confused about a King of Cups, or are you confused about who you love? Could be confused about who you love. Knight of Cups. Okay. Five of Cups. Aries, what is going on? Ace of Pentacles. Temperance. Okay. Aries, I think you're in love with someone. They've told you they love you too. But you're stressed out about this, Aries, because with the Ace of Pentacles, I feel what this person wants you to do is either relocate to be with them or to leave a partner, move out of living with a partner. But Aries, you're stressed out. You're sat in Temperance. It's as if, oh, I just can't make that decision. I just can't do it yet. Okay. Nine of Cups. I think this King of Cups is your wish come true. But with the Four of Cups, you're in two minds, Aries. You're in two minds. The Star. I think you're deliberating as to whether or not you should heal a relationship with someone else. And that, of course, probably would be your partner if you're living with somebody else, married to somebody else. Let's carry on, guys. Six of Swords. Aries, it's almost as if you desperately want this, but you're not allowing yourself to have it. I really love this person. I know they love me, but I'm stressing out because I'm going to have to move location to be with them. They might live a long way away or even in a different country. Or you're tempering the desire to actually leave a long-term partner to make it work with this person. What you really want is to kind of have it both ways, as in you want to stay where you are but still keep seeing this King of Cups. You don't really want to have to relocate to make it work with him. Or you don't want to leave a partner to be with a person that you love. It's as if, can't I have it all? Nine of Cups. Can't I have it all? Four of Cups. It's as if, Aries, you don't want to make any massive changes to be with a person that you love. I've got to be honest, guys. So what you're thinking about is, even though this person is the person I'd want to be with, is my one true love, is the person of my dreams, I'm just going to turn my back and move to calmer waters. Aries, it's almost as if this is what you want, but it's too damn hard, it's too difficult, or it's too stressful to make it actually work, so you're leaving it behind. You're leaving the hope of this behind. Yeah, but you love this person. I'm actually hearing the words, in an ideal world. In an ideal world, we would have made it work. There would have been no issues. But we're not living in an ideal world. Or Aries, you may not be living in an ideal world. There's some sort of situation that you're tied to. It could be Aries, you love this person, but they live in another country and you've got a fantastic job that's well paid. And you're thinking, I'm not leaving my job, right? And you may be feeling that for whatever reason, this person can't relocate to be with you. I don't know. They could be a single parent with kids. I don't know. Or Aries, you're in a long-term relationship where you're settled, you're stable, but you're very unhappy, as in there's no love, there's no passion, there's no togetherness, there's no romance. And you want to be with somebody else, but you're pretty damn sure they're going to push you away if you say to them, I'm sorry, but I'm not getting divorced, right? Or I'm not prepared to separate from my partner to be with you. You're thinking, yeah, that's not going to go down very well. So what you're doing is you're sitting, feeling all this love in your heart for this person, believing that they're the one for you. But it's as if you're telling yourself it's too much of a sacrifice. Whatever it is, Aries, it's just too much. Yeah, so Aries, what you want to do, yeah, this could be a third party, guys, I'm sorry. What you want to do is see if you could develop maybe more of a deeper connection with this person whilst not changing your situation. But you're in your head, 8 of Swords, because I feel, Aries, you believe they're not going to accept that. Yeah. Because this will be you taking a massive risk. You believe, Aries, they would also see this as risky. They wouldn't want to do this. Whatever this is, guys, you don't really want to sacrifice, or you cannot change your situation. So you're telling yourself, I'm probably going to have to move to calmer waters, but you don't want to because they're your person. So Aries, you're going to go for it. Yeah, but all you can offer them is passion, right? I mean, I think that's what this is. So Aries, it's as if you're 99.9% sure they're going to turn around and say absolutely not. But if there is a slight chance that they would accept you, I think connected to someone else, and this is you giving it a shot. What have I got to lose, right? Underneath the deck, guys, we have the Death card. Scorpio. Okay. King of Cups, Scorpio. This person may be a Scorpio. Or you are thinking, I should change out a cycle to be with this person, but Knight of Swords. I don't really want to. I know that if I approach this person and say my situation hasn't changed, they're going to be angry. 6 of Wands. Because Aries, they may see you trying to sit in this 6 of Wands energy. I mean, this can be a little bit of, I've got what I wanted, I've won, right? I've manifested staying in this situation, this third party, without having to make any changes. And I think, Aries, again, in an ideal world, that's what you'd want. 8 of Wands. The Chariot. Wow. Okay. Aries, you're going to be disappointed, guys. Yeah. I think what you're going to realize is if you say to this person, look, for whatever reason, you know the reason, you cannot leave another relationship. It could be money, it could be kids, it could be the Aries, you're just not ready. But I think if you head towards them, take that risk, Saturn, the Knight of Wands, what they're going to say is, sorry, Aries, Chariot, I've moved on. No, 2 of Swords, you're just wanting an ongoing affair. And that's going to be that. And that's going to be that, guys. So let's get some advice from the angels. Let's do that. Here we go, people. Archangel Michael, what is the advice from the angels, please? What is the advice from the angels? Reconsider approaching this person, okay? Okay, Aries, I think the angels are saying reconsider staying in the relationship you're in and take action to leave it so that you can offer this person commitment. Let's see. Yes, what the angels are saying is reconsider rushing in now, sat in the Knight of Wands. Don't do that. Reconsider why you desperately want to hang on to the connection you're in. Because what they're saying, Aries, is if there's no love, if there's no passion, if you're not happy in that relationship, you should end it. It is the right thing to do. Take action within the next few months to end the relationship you're in so you can offer this person commitment. And remain positive, Aries. Okay? Now, guys, this could work the other way. You could be in a third-party situation with somebody who wants to be with you, but they don't want to sacrifice to make it happen. And so they may be approaching you. Remain positive, Aries. Okay, guys? There are helpful people around you, or there would be if you made the decision to end the connection you're in. Aries, half of the reason why you may have felt, I can't get out of this other long-term situation, is you may have been terrified that people would be angry, people would be furious, they'd be questioning you, you know, you'd have to face interrogation. Aries, I think you might be surprised. I think there may be people in and around your inner circle, okay, let's say that, family, close friends, who may realize, Aries, you are incredibly unhappy, and they may have been sort of keeping an eye on this connection for quite a while. And they may say to you, Aries, you know what? I don't know how you stayed as long as you stayed in this relationship. You may be shocked. You may look at this person or people and say, oh my gosh, really? So you think it's probably time to let it go? They may say, yes, Aries, why are you hanging on to it when there's no love? You may be surprised that there are people around you who want to help you get out of this, or who commiserate with you, or who understand that you've been unhappy. I think you've been terrified of other people's reaction. You may be shocked. Ask for help from others. Aries, there are people around you who want to help you detach from whomever you're with. So rather than sitting in the Knight of Wands and thinking to hell with it, it's too damn difficult to get out of my relationship, I'm going to just jump towards this person and say, sorry, I can't leave the other connection, but I want to be with you, I'm in love with you. Rather than doing that, Aries, because they're going to say no, right? Two of Swords, Ace of Wands, don't want an affair. What the angels are saying is, seriously consider ending your relationship in the next few months. If you genuinely love this person, if you want this to work, okay? All right, guys, I am leaving it there. Moving now to the sign of Taurus. Hello, my beautiful Taurians. How goes it, guys? Hope everything is good in your world. Let's have a look and see what the next few days are going to bring. So, Archangel Michael, what can Taurus expect, please? My lovely Taurians. What can Taurus expect, please, over the next few days? I'm hearing someone out there say, I just can't think straight. I can't think straight. I can't think straight. Taurus, you may be very confused, or you may have a lot that you're dealing with right now. I'm not getting a really stressed energy. I'm just getting a busy energy, you know? You may be pushing people away right now, Taurus. Ace of Pentacles, yeah, wow. Taurus, you may be considering a really big move, relocation. Moving house is really stressful. I know, I did it a few months ago. It is stressful. Okay, but Taurus, you may be standing at crossroads. Do I move house? Okay. Yes, do I leave this property Do I leave this property and move? Four of Cups. Oh, Taurus, but you don't really want to. Oh, guys, are you looking around your garden thinking, oh, I spent, years tending this garden, making it look beautiful? Or are you wandering around the house thinking there's been a lot of memories in this house? Oh, okay, guys. The Fool. You may feel also, Taurus, it might be risky. The Wheel of Destiny. The Six of Cups. You want to move into a new cycle, Taurus. You have been looking at the past. You might have been thinking in particular about an Aries or a Sagittarian. Eight of Pentacles. You want to work on bringing peace and calm to your life. Maybe even, Taurus, peace and calm for other people. I don't know how that translates, as in, I don't know why you think a situation is going to be resolved or will become far more peaceful if you move house. The Hangman, Pisces energy. Do you feel someone here is working their socks off, sacrificing? Or is this you seeing things from a different perspective pertaining to a King of Cups? Who could be a Pisces? Okay. Knight of Wands. Four of Swords. You're thinking intensely about moving or about a lot of passion you feel for someone. Okay. Taurus, I've got to be honest, guys, you have a choice between two individuals. I think, Taurus, you have a choice between a King of Cups and a King of Swords. I think you're in love with a King of Cups. There's a lot of passion. It might be, Taurus, you fell into this person's arms because your King of Swords was strategic, maybe always working, always just lost with their head in their laptop, no time for you. So this is about separating from your King of Swords to be with your King of Cups. You may feel tied to a situation. It could be a karmic situation. You are thinking about the past, memories from the past. You're trying to keep your cool. You want to make the right decision. But it's a big decision, Taurus. Do I leave the person I'm with to make it work with this King of Cups? Do I do that? Underneath the deck, guys, Queen of Swords. Okay, Taurus, you and your King of Swords are probably not speaking. Page of Pentacles. You may have been talking about divorce. You may also have been talking, Taurus, about child support. Ace of Cups, Taurus, you want... I'm hearing to just fall into this King of Cups arms. Is the way I'm hearing it. There could be a lot of love between the two of you. And you want to be single, Taurus. Okay. I think with the Knight of Cups, though, I believe your King of Swords is saying to you, Taurus, don't leave me. I want to heal this. Don't leave me, Taurus. Four of Swords, we can heal this. Yeah. Okay, he could be a Gemini. We've got the Lovers underneath that. Okay. Five of Wands, internal conflict about your other half, the Emperor. Okay. So, Taurus, I feel that I'm connecting with a feminine who is married to an emperor. This emperor spends all his time working, or he was very strategic, or a bit cold with you, a bit calculating. I don't think he cheated on you, Taurus, but I do think that due to this person's cold demeanour, no time for you, ignored you, didn't put any effort into the relationship, whatever this was. You met and fell in love with the King of Cups. I think this King of Cups has been sort of sacrificing, waiting for you to leave your King of Swords. He's got a lot of passion for you. I think, Taurus, you've been sitting on the fence, do I, don't I leave? It's a bit risky if I do leave. I do want a new cycle, but you're stuck in the past. You're trying to keep your calm. You do want to work on moving forward in some way into a new cycle. But I think out of the blue, here comes your King of Swords, your Emperor, saying, Taurus, I want to heal this. Taurus, I still love you. Taurus, don't do anything rash, right? And so I think just when you were on the brink of leaving your King of Swords, you're now chucked into the Ten of Wands thinking, oh my God, my King of Swords says he still loves me. Maybe, Taurus, he's seeing your side of things, as in why you fell in love with the King of Cups, because he didn't put any effort into the relationship, right? And I think you're stuck. You don't know what to do. What do I do? Do I mend my relationship? Do I mend my marriage? Let's have a look. Let's have a look and see what the angels have to say. Archangel Michael, what's the advice from the angels for my lovely Taurians? Be assertive. Can you expand on that, please, Archangel Michael? Be assertive. And remain positive. Okay. Reconsider. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I know where they're going with this. Listen to your intuition. Okay. Oh, Taurus. Oh, my Taurians. Meditation brings answers. Okay, Taurus. All right. What the angels are saying is, listen to your intuition. I think, Taurus, what your intuition is telling you is, no matter how much you love your King of Cups, it's too risky. You may have kids. You may end up feeling as if you'd lose a lot of money in a divorce. I think what they're saying is reconsider leaving your King of Swords, but be assertive and say to your King of Swords, well, it's all very well. You're now telling me you still love me. You want this to work. You're going to put in more effort. But I think what they're saying is he needs to prove to you that he's going to do this. If he actually does put in the work, if things do change, you would stay, but be assertive about it. As in, what you're saying to your King of Swords is, if there's any more slipping back into old patterns, permanently working, never spending any time together, being very cold, right? Being maybe even a bit strategic, wanting everything his way, maybe being a bit controlling, you are leaving. If you see a big change in the situation, then you will stay. I think, Taurus, the reason why you've been sitting on the fence is you'd have to leave your home and you just can't bear to do that. Yes, it's no good reason to stay in a marriage because you love your house, but you know, you could have spent years redecorating, putting on a little conservatory, making it all beautiful inside. It would be a massive wrench. You may feel that if you asked your King of Swords for a divorce, because you would be the one asking for a divorce, you would be the one leaving him for another man, he would say to you, okay, well, we'd have to sell the house. We'd have to sell the house and divide the proceeds. And you just couldn't bear to do that. Secondly, Taurus, I don't think your King of Swords has been cheating on you. That's what I see. I just feel it got to the point where you were so fed up with him, you fell into the arms of a King of Cups who was very warm, loving and affectionate, totally different than your King of Swords. Just the sort of guy, Taurus, that you would fall in love with. And so your King of Swords hasn't actually done anything to deceive you or hurt you or lie to you. I think you've just got bored, to be honest. Is that a good enough reason to leave a long-term relationship just because your King of Swords got into a routine of maybe working, not spending a lot of time with you, maybe, but for hundreds of thousands of millions of people, that is marriage. I mean, it is. You get caught up in routine and the day-to-day life of looking after your kids or doing the washing, ironing, cleaning, cooking, getting the food in, unloading the dishwasher. I mean, that's just life. It's not all glamorous. It's not all romance. It's not all gazing at each other over candlelight. That tends to go, I don't know, after a few years. It moves into a deeper love. Yes, not very exciting, but, you know, for some people it works because you've got that lovely sense of history together. I know this person inside out. They know me inside out. It's lovely and safe and comfortable. For other people, they hate that. They love the thrill of the new, the thrill of the chase, the thrill of new love. And I think, Taurus, that's what you've experienced with this King of Cups. He's kind of swept you off your feet. A lot of passion, a lot of love. But the angels are saying, Taurus, reconsider, because this King of Swords doesn't really know what to do. He's trying to heal. He's trying to settle his emotion. He may have distanced himself from you. But what I think he's saying to you is, he loves you. You want to be single. You've been thinking about this. But here comes your King of Swords, trying his best to be romantic, Taurus. He may be buying you flowers. He may be saying, let me take you out for a lovely meal. And so with the Ten of Wands, you've been stressed. Well, I thought I wanted to move to be with my King of Cups, or leave my King of Swords to be with my King of Cups. Taurus, the angels are saying, give your long-term relationship a chance, okay? All right, guys. I'm leaving it there, Taurus. Best of luck. So we're moving to the sign of Gemini. Here we go, gems. This is your reading. Let's have a look and see what the next few days are going to bring you. So Archangel Michael, this is the T.G.I.F for my lovely Geminis. Friday the 20th of June, moving into the weekend and into a new week. That's what I usually say, right? What do we have for my lovely Geminis? What do we have for my lovely Geminis? Okay. I don't know why. I'm seeing somebody numbing a burn on their hand with an ice cube. How weird. Are you numbing yourself or numbing the pain, Gemini? Oh gosh, guys, I hope not. The Death card, Scorpio. The Empress. The Death card and the Empress and the Devil. Holy moly. Okay. Capricorn energy. Taurus and Libra there too. 10 of Cups. Oh, Gemini. Oh, Gemini. Page of Wands. Okay, gems. Two big messages coming through. Gemini, I'm either dealing with a masculine who's fallen in love with a slightly older woman, an Empress. You're obsessed with this woman. The chemistry is crazy. The problem is you're envisaging a 10 of Cups, beautiful, long-term relationship with someone, and you want children. This woman may not be of the age where she can have children anymore, or she may be a single parent, and for you that's an issue. Or, second message, Gemini, you are in a long-term situation. You want things to change because things have got toxic. You want to sit in the 10 of Cups, but with the Page of Wands, you and your person keep arguing and you just don't know what to do to change it. That's what I'm seeing. Okay, guys, let's carry on. 6 of Cups. You're looking at the past almost with nostalgia. 8 of Pentacles. 7 of Pentacles. The Fool. Aries energy. if you are a masculine who has wanted to be with an older woman, but you've always thought, I want to be a dad with 3 kids, you know, that sort of thing. And you're thinking, well, that's not going to happen if this woman's not of childbearing age, but you're in love with her. So what do? If you're in that type of situation, you're looking at the past. This is you thinking, I am ready to settle. I've worked very, very hard to build up savings. I am ready to take that leap of faith and a risk and get married. But you happen to have fallen in love, Gemini, with a woman that is either a single parent, and you are actually thinking about, do I want to take on this woman's children? Okay. As a new guy, a new relationship, do I want to be stepdad, right? Or what you're thinking about is, she's gorgeous. She's gorgeous. She's everything I've ever wanted, but she's an older woman, which means she's probably not able to have children, or she probably doesn't want to have children. I don't know how I feel about that, right? If you're a woman, Gemini, and you're married, but the marriage is toxic, and all you want to do is sit in the 10 of Cups, but you keep arguing, Page of Wands, you're there looking at the past, thinking, oh, in the past it was all wonderful, right? We were working together, we were saving money, it was all fantastic, but I don't feel that way anymore. Maybe, Gemini, you've been arguing because your partner did something risky and everything's now sort of kind of disintegrated. Gosh, and we have a Tower. Okay. Four of Pentacles. Ace of Wands. The Hierophant. Seven of Wands. Okay. So my gems. If you're a masculine who's in love with a woman who's slightly older, I have to say obsessed with this woman, but you're slightly nervous, you know, could she have children? Is it insensitive to bring up the whole children thing? Can you still conceive, you know, or I'm not sure I want to be taking on your 3 kids from your ex-husband, right? It's a lot to cope with. Whatever this is for you, there's going to be a Tower moment, because I feel that there's going to be an issue to do with money. And I feel with the Ace of Wands, there's going to be a lot of conversation about a very traditional relationship and marriage. But Gemini, I think this is you being a bit defensive. So Gemini, if you're a masculine in love with this older woman, the Tower is, she doesn't have a lot of money, but she will be willing, if you would want to pay for it, Gemini, she would be willing to go through IVF with the Ace of Wands in order to give you what you wanted, which is a child. What she's basically saying is, just because I'm of a certain age, it does not mean that we could never have children. She may even say to you, what about adoption? She wants to make you happy, Gemini, if you've always wanted to be a dad. But the shocker is, what she's saying to you is, I'm not willing to fork out thousands so that you can be a dad. I don't have the money to do that. But if you've been holding back from marrying me because you wanted to have children, then if you could afford it, Gemini, then I'm quite happy to go through the various procedures, or I'm quite happy to look at adoption. But it's going to be expensive, right, Gem? And what you're thinking about is, oh, okay, I'm not sure I really want to do all that. It may all seem a little clinical, a little bit too much, I don't know. Gemini, if you're a female just in a toxic marriage and you're arguing the whole time and you're just sat in the past thinking, I wish things went back to normal, the Tower moment is, your person's going to hold back from you. Your person may have a fling, and you're going to realize with the energy of the Hierophant that your partner's being very defensive with you. As in, what they're picking up on Gemini as the Empress is you're not happy with them. You don't want to be in this marriage. You're there feeling a bit disgruntled, maybe crashing pots and pans around the kitchen, giving this person, your partner, the cold shoulder because you're just very upset that things aren't the way they were in the past. Things have changed. You think this is toxic now. And you're arguing. The shocker is your partner's picking up on that, and what your partner's thinking is, well, to hell with it. If Gemini, my lovely wife, isn't interested in me anymore, then I'm going to go and have a fling. Okay. Wow, gems. Underneath the deck, we have 8 of Wands. There's going to be a lot of communication, whatever situation you're in. There is going to be a very big decision that needs to be made. The decision could be based around juggling money. Whatever decision this is, there could be thoughts of either relocation, moving, or juggling money. There is love in the equation. There is love in the equation. But with a 10 of Wands, someone feels the other person is just wanting too much. Or someone feels the other person is just expecting too much of them. And that's the issue. That's the problem. Let's see what the angels have to say, my gems. So, messages first. If you're a feminine stuck in a toxic relationship, you're looking at the past, you're very unhappy. What changed? You know, we used to work well together. We had savings in the bank. Life was great. And then maybe your partner did something a bit foolish with the money or did something risky. So, Gem, if you're there questioning your partner, why did you do that with our investment? Or why did you decide to confirm an extension on the house without asking me, right? The Tower is your partner is basically fed up and is heading off and having a fling with someone. You may be very defensive. How could you do that to me? You're married. But it's because, Gemini, you've behaved towards your partner as if you're desperately unhappy. You don't want to be in the marriage anymore. So your partner's thinking, okay. Messages relating to that scenario for my Gemini female sat in the Empress. Gemini, it may be time to let go of your relationship. It may be time to let go. Meditation brings answers. If you're unhappy in your relationship, if you think things have disintegrated, it may be time to let it go. Let go. And whatever your partner did that was a bit risky, just forgive them. But I think, Gemini, you may have pushed your partner to the limit. You might have made a mountain out of a molehill about something they did. And in return, because maybe you've withdrawn affection, attention, passion, you're not communicating with your person at the moment. You're not being loving towards them. You've driven them into the arms of somebody else. So what the angels are saying is, Gemini, be honest with yourself. This marriage possibly is not going to last. They are suggesting that you close the door. Now, if you're a Gemini masculine and you don't know, but you're pretty certain that this Empress that you're in love with cannot have children, or maybe she's a single parent and she doesn't want any more children and you want to be a dad biologically, you want to have your own kids, that scenario. Okay, Gemini. It is unlikely that this woman can conceive, or it's unlikely that this woman would want to have any more children. She may have children from a previous marriage, Gemini. She may not want to have any more kids. Okay. So it is unlikely. But something's going to happen a year from now, Gem. And you're going to be thinking of romance. So, okay, Gemini, if you're a masculine, You may think you've met the woman of your dreams. Oh my gosh, this woman's an empress. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed with her, right? I just want to be with her in a 10 of Cups situation. It may well be, Gemini, that after some thought, what you realize is, okay, I do want my own kids. I don't really want to take on this woman's children. If I'm honest with myself, I know it's a sensitive subject, but Gem, you may be thinking, I just don't want to do it. Don't worry, Gemini, because a year from now, I think you're going to be meeting somebody else that maybe is wanting to have kids or doesn't have children from a previous connection. It may be a better fit. Okay, Gem? All right, guys. Wow. Sensitive situations here we're dealing with. Underneath the deck, communicate clearly. I mean, I think what the angels are saying is whatever situation, scenario you are in, make sure that you communicate. Okay, so I'm leaving it there, Gem. We're moving to the sign of Cancer. Hello, my beautiful Cancerians. How goes it, guys? I can't speak today. It's one of those days. I hope you're well. This is your TGIF for Friday, the 20th of June, 2025. I think I'm still back somewhere in 2024, but anyway. Let's have a look and see what's going on for you guys. What do we have for my lovely Cancerians, please, Michael? Masculine or feminine? Oh, Cancer, 4 of Wands. Are you thinking about getting engaged, getting married, moving house? I don't know. 4 of Wands. Michael wants that on the table. Okay, 4 of Wands, Cancer. So you're thinking about your stability, you're thinking about moving, you're thinking about taking a relationship to the next level. All right, let's see what this is, guys. All right, 5 of Wands, internal conflict, Emperor, Moon. That's usually your energy for me. With the crab there, that's Cancer for me. The Lovers, okay. I'm sorry, guys, I'm huffing and puffing today. Cancer. I think you've met your Emperor, Cancer. The problem is, you've intuited that he hasn't been faithful to you. You've intuited he's been messing around with somebody else. I think, Cancer, this is the guy that you expected to move in with, get engaged to. You guys may have been really, really seriously involved. But what you're thinking about now is, I don't know if I want to marry this guy or want us to move in together because I don't think he's faithful to me. I don't think I can trust this guy, right? You think he's being strategic. You think that the reason why he has taken so long may be to ask you to marry him. You're probably engaged, or maybe to suggest you guys move in together, is he's still messing around behind the scenes with other people. He's not actually sure. King of Pentacles, he seems all nice and solid and stable, but Cancer, what you're thinking about is, I want someone to be faithful to me. If I'm going to marry this guy, if he is going to be my guy, then I don't want this to be a marriage of convenience. I want this guy to feel as if he's marrying me because he's in love with me. And you're feeling, Cancer, you can't trust him. So this is really stressful. You're, 3 of Swords. It's as if, yes, I mean, this is the next step for us. We've been talking about getting engaged or talking about moving in together, but you feel that what he's hiding is there's somebody else he's intimate with. There's somebody else he's sleeping with. You think he's been strategic. You think that's why it's taken so long to get to that point of him saying, okay, Cancer, let's get serious. Because he's not actually sure. But he may feel that if he doesn't ask you to move in with him, or if he doesn't suggest getting engaged, you're going to leave. And so that's what's happening, but you're heartbroken because you think he loves somebody else, or you think he's messing around with other people. Yeah, Cancer, it's as if 5 of Cups. I so wanted this. I wanted to talk about us building a life together. But Cancer, I don't know whether or not you feel you've talked about it a lot and he feels pressurized, or he's felt pressurized to get serious. And now you're thinking, I don't think I want this because I don't think I can trust him. I don't think he'd be faithful to me. I don't think he is faithful to me. Page of Pentacles. Oh, Cancer. You may have wanted to get serious because you want to have kids and you're thinking, all right, you know, time is ticking a little bit. You might have put a bit of pressure on him because you may feel time's running out. You know, you may be of a certain age where you really want to have kids. Knight of Wands. Oh, Cancer. I know what you're doing here. Yeah, the Hermit. Okay. Okay. You may be connected here with a Virgo or an Aries or Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Yeah, Six of Pentacles, yeah. All right, so Cancer, what you're going to do here is you are possibly fighting back the tears when you say this, or trembling when you say this, but what you're going to say is, look, I've been very, very upset about what I think's going on behind the scenes. I haven't really wanted to face this, but Page of Pentacles, I think we should just be friends. I don't think we should move in together. I don't think we should talk about getting married, because I honestly feel that you're messing around with other people behind my back. I think you're sat in the Knight of Wands with other people. What you're going to say, Cancer, is following that, I've looked into my past. You may have been hurt many times in the past. You may have had relationships where people have been unfaithful to you. What you're going to say is, I've done some soul searching and I just cannot be with somebody I don't trust. I can't be breadcrumbed again. Six of Pentacles. Cancer, this may be a second marriage. You may have got married and divorced. And now what you've said to this guy is, okay, if you really love me, put a ring on it, right? Whether it's moving in together or getting engaged. You're realizing the reason why this guy's taken so long is he may not want to get married. He may not want you guys to move in together because he's still messing around with a lover. And what you're thinking about is, well, I really want him to commit to me. I really want to have kids, or I really want him to take this to the next level. But I don't want him to feel as if I pressured him into it if he's still wanting to play the field. I don't want to be with a guy who's going to be unfaithful to me. So Cancer, it's as if he's given you what you wanted. He said to you, okay, we'll talk about moving in together or getting engaged. But you're in your head now thinking, well, okay, well, I've got what I wanted, but I don't think this guy's being faithful to me. And so, you know, it's far from ideal. Underneath the deck, Ten of Pentacles. Okay. Cancer, you've been fighting for this relationship to get serious for a long time. You may have had arguments with him. When are you going to commit to me? When are we getting engaged? When are you going to talk about moving in together? Because I've had enough, right? I think with the Three of Wands, your ships come in. What your Emperor said to you is, okay, Cancer. Yeah, okay, Cancer. Yeah, sorry, Page of Cups. I'm sorry it's taken me so long, or I'm sorry I know you want to have kids. But what you're realizing is Seven of Swords. He's still messing around with other people. You're going to pull back with the Four of Swords and really think about this, because it's as if, well, you got what you wanted. You got this guy to commit to you, as in you guys living together, or he's going to put a ring on your finger, but is he going to be faithful? I don't know, Cancer. You're looking at the past. What you're thinking about is, all I wanted was to move into a serious, stable relationship. He's offered me that, right? Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. He said to you, okay, Cancer, if that's really what you want, otherwise you're going to leave. Okay, don't leave. We'll get serious. But what you're realizing is he's not ready, or he's not sure he really wants this because he's got a lover. And so you are now looking back thinking, God, do I really want to be with this guy? I don't think so. I've changed my mind. I don't want this guy to commit to me because I don't actually think he'd be faithful. I dreamed of this, I dreamed of a beautiful wedding, or I dreamed of us living together or building a life together, but not like this. When he's going to cheat on me behind my back, no. Messages from the angels. So Cancer, what do the angels have to say? Don't stress, no need to worry. Something's going to happen within the next few weeks. And I think there's going to be some very straightforward communication between you two. Open, honest conversation. And the angels are saying, Cancer, remain positive. Remain positive. Improving health. And concentrate on your health. So Cancer, that tells me that rather than get all stressed about the fact that you think this Emperor's hiding a lover where you're not sure, because this is you not sure, you think he might be being strategic because it's taken him so damn long to commit to you, but do you have proof? Cancer, it could even be something like this guy turns up late from work at your house and you're thinking, well, hang on, I know he left the office at 6 o'clock. Why is he not back with me until 8? Right? What's going on? Has he got a lover? No, he could be going to the gym and getting fit, getting buff. Because he's about to fit into a very smart suit to get married. I don't know. Could be something here to do with health. He could be on the quiet pumping iron after work, a bit embarrassed to tell you he wants to lose a few pounds before you guys walk down the aisle. Because Cancer, not everyone cheats, or not everyone is a little bit quiet and a little bit elusive because they're keeping a sordid secret, right? It might be something really simple. He could be going, to get man facials done, or he could be going to get man Botox done. I don't know. But there's something here that relates to health that you're going to realize. Rather than you thinking he's late seeing you a lot because he's, messing around with somebody else. You may laugh, Cancer, when you find out. So don't do anything drastic by saying to him, okay, I think we should be friends. I'm really stressed and really upset because I think you're sleeping with somebody else. I think you're sat in the Knight of Wands. I've been doing some soul searching, stressing out. I think that, you're giving to somebody else. I feel breadcrumbed here. Cancer, don't screw this relationship up if you do not have concrete proof he is cheating on you. If you do not have concrete proof, it could be something very simple that you hadn't even thought of, and you may be in danger of screwing this up. He may look at you really angry and say, oh my God, Cancer, you're saying no? You don't want us to move in together now, or you're breaking off the engagement because you think I'm sleeping with somebody else? No, okay, if you really want to know, I've been going to the gym. If you really want to know, I've been getting Botox injections, right? I want to look really good when we get married. And you may look at him and think, oh my God, I've just messed up big time. Be careful. Okay. Because there's no need to worry. Within the next few weeks, if you communicate with him and talk to him properly and remain positive, you're going to realize it's something to do with improving his health. Cancer, right? The gym. Botox injections. It's not exactly healthy, but if this is him wanting to look really good for you, but he doesn't really want to admit that's what he's doing, just get the facts first, okay? All right, Cancer. I'm leaving it there. We are now moving to the sign of Leo. Leo. Hello, my beautiful Leos. It is nearly the weekend. Oh, I'm so glad. All right, guys. I don't know why I'm saying that because I've got to do a load of weeding. It's a bit brat breaking. If I can speak today. Okay, losing my voice already. So, Leo. Archangel Michael, what do we have for my lovely Leos? Ooh, wow, guys. Are you going to sit in the Ten of Pentacles? That's pretty good. Are you thinking about commitment? Wow, Leo. Ten of Pentacles shot out the deck. Let's see what's going on, guys. Let's hope you're not finding out that somebody's married. Let's see, people. Okay. All right, yeah. So, for some of you, there could be a massive windfall. For others of you, you may be wanting to get more serious with the person you're with. For others, you could be thinking about ways of making a lot of money. We will see. Michael wants it off the table, okay? Alrighty, here we go, guys. Four of Swords. You're in deep thought, Leo. Hanged Man. You may be feeling as if you sacrificed for way too long, or you may be in deep thought about a Pisces. The Death card, Scorpio energy. I think, Leo, you want to transform a situation where you feel as if you've been self-sacrificing. The Tower. Guys, I'm just looking at these major arcana thinking this is going to be a pretty significant time for you, Leo. Oh my gosh. Seven of Swords. Okay. Leo, have you just become enlightened that a situation may be over with someone because with the Tower, you found out they've been cheating on you? Or Leo, have you been cheating on your person and you think they found out? The Empress. The Five of Cups. An Empress seems very upset here. This Empress is trying to move to calmer waters. And she's burying herself in work. Okay. Ace of Wands. Judgment. Okay, Leo. I think this Empress is asking you to face Judgment Day because you had a fling, Leo. I might be connected with a masculine, or this could be a same-sex connection. She's holding back from you, Leo. She's holding back from you because she feels you gave in to lust and desire. And with the Page of Cups, Leo, she may be worried that one of your children are going to find out. How could you do this, right? I'm sure the kids are going to find out that you were unfaithful to me. Or Leo, if you're the masculine, you may be apologizing for giving in to passion. I'm so sorry, says Leo to the Empress. It was just once. It didn't mean anything, but yeah, I did it. Underneath the deck, I think, Leo, you felt your ships were coming in with somebody at a distance, a third party. You two were sending passionate messages to each other. And I think, Leo, with the Lovers, you were developing a very strong connection with somebody, possibly at a distance. Yeah. With the Three of Pentacles, Leo, I think you were quietly getting to know someone and things were hotting up. But I think with the Ace of Swords, the truth came out, or this Empress twigged what was going on. And I think with the energy of the Hermit, you pulled right back, Leo. And you realized what you would lose. You would lose your Empress. So I think with the energy of the star, Aquarian energy, you're leaving this lover behind and you are desperately trying to patch up a long-term relationship here. So Leo, this is a challenging read for you guys because you're usually so upfront and honest. It might have just been, I can't help myself, you know. It might be the fact that you were in a rather stale long-term situation. But what I see here is you've pulled back from your Empress because what you're realizing is they become enlightened that you were trying to transform a situation here. They may even have been enlightened about a Pisces or a Scorpio, strong Scorpio with a Tower and the Death card, or an Aries maybe, and that you were actually sneaking off, visiting your lover who might live at a distance. Your Empress felt really upset, and I think she wants to try and get the marriage back on track. She wants to work on this. But it was a shock for her that with the Ace of Wands, she may know that you had a fling, and she's asking you to face Judgment Day for that. She doesn't want to let you go, but she does want to make sure that you're not going to sit in any toxic energy again. I think, Leo, this is you apologizing. Okay, guys? So, Leo, going back to the Ten of Pentacles, I think this is you patching up a long-term marriage. I think what you're realizing is, not only did I not want to upset my Empress, I thought I'd be able to keep this under wraps, but she's found out, but also I don't want to lose thousands in maybe getting divorced. So Leo, you're patching things up and apologizing. Messages from the angels. Archangel Michael, what will the angels want to say to my Leos? Improving health. So Leo, concentrate on the health of your marriage. Okay. There will be a peaceful resolution, but you need to put in the work. In the near future, okay, got a timing card. You will need to sit in the energy of forgiveness, as in forgiving yourself for stepping out. You're also going to be forgiven by your Empress. She's also going to say, you know, these things happen. We've been together a long time. Yes, she is going to forgive you, Leo. She's going to forgive you. I don't know, guys. I mean, sometimes it takes two to tango. Maybe she's realizing that you guys hadn't been physical for a long time. She may have taken her eye off the ball in terms of that. She may now be getting her hair done, getting her nails done, giving her a lot more attention. You may be finding that she wants to be physical a lot more with you, Leo, because she's realizing that you got to get some, right? So things are going to change, and I think they're going to change for the better, okay? All right, guys. So moving now to the sign of Virgo. Hello, my lovely Virgos. Here we go. I'm sorry, guys. I'm chuckling myself because I got up to get a glass of water and rather than pressing pause, I pressed stop on my camera. Stupid woman. So I'm going to have to merge these two together. But also, Oscar's been in this room, naughty kitty, and I think he might have changed the camera angle. But anyway, I will have a look later. Apologies if that's the case. So, my lovely Virgos, without further ado, let's find out what's going on for you guys. What do we have for my lovely Virgos, please, Michael? Friday, the 20th of June, heading into a brand new week. I hope you've got something lovely planned for the weekend, my Virgos. My daddy's Virgo. Yes. All right, here we go. Let's see what's going on. Oh, Virgo. Tower. There could be a tower moment. It could be Virgo. Oh, gosh. Is somebody sabotaging a relationship? Virgo, with the 9 of Wands, you're trying to hang on to something here. Not very happy with the 4 of Cups. Realizing that somebody was sat in ego, somebody just wanted to win. Virgo, are you realizing that someone here just wanted to get one over on someone else and it saddened you? Virgo, with the 5 of Pentacles, I think someone's walking away from you, leaving you out in the cold. Because maybe you made a past mistake with the 7 of Pentacles. And what you're realizing now is somebody's sort of wanting their own back and they're saying, sorry, not sorry, I'm going. I'm turning my back on you. I'm working on another situation. Now, Virgo, this could be you not knowing if you really wanted a long-term situation with someone. Do I want to get serious with somebody? Maybe you made someone wait. And it may well be that you agreed, okay, well, let's just see how things go. I'm not sure. You might have done something to push this person's nose out of joint. And I think with the 5 of Swords, they've basically just said to you, yeah, sorry, Virgo, it's not going to happen. And they've just walked off and left you. And you're sat there in the 9 of Wands thinking, I can't believe that happened. Did this person just want to win one over on me or get one over on me? They've left me out in the cold. Is it because with the 7 of Pentacles, I made this person wait? But they blocked me out. They're turning their back on me. They're working on another situation, or they're saying, I'm sorry, I don't want a commitment now. Virgo, 2 of Cups. You loved this person. Emperor, you thought you were going to marry this person. Virgo, but with the 7 of Swords, it's as if, yeah, sorry, I just don't think this is going to work. And they've just left you. They've left you. 8 of Cups. Sorry. Page of Swords, difficult message of truth. I'm sorry, Virgo, I don't want this anymore. It's as if this person wanted to lock you down. You weren't sure, so you held back. You might have been a little bit nervous that this person was sat in some kind of ego. And I think, Virgo, once you agreed, okay, well, let's just take it slowly, but okay, let's work on something more serious. They basically dropped you. What you may be realizing now, Virgo, is this person just wanted the thrill of the chase. And once you sort of fell into their hands like putty, and Virgo, it may have been quite a long time. You may not have been sure, but eventually you gave in. This person's just said, oh, okay, yeah, I kind of lost interest now, Virgo. Yeah, sorry, see you later. And they've just gone. And you're sitting there thinking, oh my God, but I was in love with this person, or we were falling in love. I thought I was going to marry this person, and they just left me. You may have been dealing with somebody who was sat so firmly in their ego that all they wanted to do was make sure that they'd locked you down, or made sure that you were still tied to them somehow. But as soon as you fully gave in to them, as soon as they felt they were in control of you, they dropped you. I mean, this is not a very pleasant person, Virgo, I have to be honest. I mean, who does that? Who hurts people to get a kick out of it? This is someone a bit screwed up, guys. The Sun. I'm a bit shell-shocked at this reading, Virgo. I mean, the Sun is... I was so happy. We were talking about getting serious. I felt my life was balancing out. All was good. right? We were passionately messaging each other. It was all wonderful. We were sort of talking about the future. Oh my gosh, we're going to have such a wonderful time planning a life together. And then Virgo, Ace of Swords, they just cut off almost out of nowhere and left you betrayed. It's shocking, Virgo. I mean, this can only be the behavior of someone who is really screwed up inside, that they feel a sense of victory when they hurt someone. I mean, that's really unpleasant. It's as if, oh, you're not going to do what I want you to do? Oh, okay, you're going to hold back from me? All right, well, I just don't want you anymore then, Virgo. Yeah, sorry, you just annoyed me by holding back. You took too long, right? And they're just walking away. It's just unreal. Okay, guys, I'm just blown away, Virgo. What was really going on with this person? What was really going on with this person? Why did they behave that way? What was going on with them? Ace of Pentacles. Okay. What was the Ace of Pentacles? Oh, okay. Six of Pentacles. Okay. Wow, guys. Wow, guys. Wow. Yeah. Nice, guys. Virgo, the reason why they kind of just did a 180 on you and said, oh, I'm sorry, Virgo, I don't think I want this anymore. You may have said to this person, well, look, I'm not just looking for a serious relationship. I'm wanting to get married. I think with the Emperor, that can represent a man who's married, and the Ace of Pentacles, this guy had just separated from their partner. They weren't actually divorced. They may have lived as if they were single. I think this Emperor quietly was stressing out because he thought, oh shit, okay, Virgo wants to actually get married, which means that I'm going to have to go through a divorce. I was hoping that I wouldn't have to express to Virgo that I was actually still legally married. This was actually going to be an ongoing third party. I do love Virgo, but, oh God, they want to get married? Oh no, I didn't tell them I was still married myself, right? That's the reason, Virgo, they upped and left you, because they didn't have the courage to tell you the truth. The truth is, this person was still married, and they knew that the longer they spent with you, the more likely it would be that you'd want to discuss getting really serious, getting engaged. And this person thought, if I stay with Virgo, I'm going to have to go through a divorce because they're going to realize that I'm not actually single. And they couldn't bear telling you because you would turn around and say, oh my God, so you've lied to me since I met you, pretending you were totally single when you're not, right? That's the reason they dropped you like a hot potato, Virgo. So they chased you and chased you and chased you, and you sort of gave in. And then as soon as they thought about the ramifications of you two really being together, they freaked out because they didn't want to admit that they were still legally married to somebody else. All right, guys. Let's get some messages from the angels. Here we go. So, Archangel Michael, what do the angels have to say about this? Yes. I think what they're saying is that was all true. What was relayed here was true for someone out there. That was the case. This person was married to somebody else. Within the next few months, what's going to happen within the next few months? Okay, Virgo, no need to worry. Okay. Guys, take action to recover. Or maybe, Virgo, what's actually going to happen is that this guy is going to come storming back into your life to say, okay, Virgo, I'm so sorry about the way I behaved. I am so sorry I just dropped you. I have to tell you the truth. The truth is I was still married, but I am doing something about it. I'm walking away from my person. I am taking action so we can recover this. But Virgo, I don't know if you're going to be of the same mindset, as in this person didn't tell you the truth to begin with, so all thoughts of this person not telling you the truth to begin with will go out the window because you'll be so delighted that they're getting divorced to be with you in a serious relationship. But others of you, even if this person jumps back into your life to say, oh, I'm getting divorced now, you may not be quite so sure. Okay? All right, people. So my lovely Virgos, I'm leaving it there. We're heading now to the sign of Libra. Here we go, my beautiful Libras. Happy Friday, guys. I hope you've got a good weekend planned. So Archangel Michael, what do we have for my beautiful Libras? Heading into the weekend and into a brand new week. What do we have for my beautiful Libras? Thank you, Michael. Wow, these readings have been pretty intense, guys. Pretty intense. Oh, let's have a lovely positive reading for Libra. Please, Michael. Okay. Oh, my voice is going, guys. Okay. Ace of Wands. All right. All right, Libra. Queen of Cups. The Emperor. Wow. Three of Swords. Temperance. Libra, I feel that you've been through a bit of a tough time, guys. Why do I feel that this Queen of Cups is not you? I think you are in a serious relationship with an emperor. You could be living together, talking about getting engaged. But you've been heartbroken trying to heal because this emperor's admitted that he had a one-night stand with the Queen of Cups. And you may feel devastated. It may be this emperor's just wanting to spill the truth to get everything out on the table, but you can't believe it. Seven of Wands, you're very defensive against this emperor. Wow, you may even block him. Two of Swords. Wow, and there we are. There we have you, Queen of Swords. Yep, Libra, you are with the emperor. And this emperor's admitted to having a one-night stand with the Queen of Cups. Libra, you may say to this emperor, I'm not sure I want this anymore with you. I can't believe you cheated on me. I can't believe you were unfaithful to me. I've just seen 1717 on the clock for Star. What might make it worse, Libra, is this Queen of Cups may be well known on social media. She could be a star in her own right. And she could be highly successful at what she does. It's almost as if that's the last thing you wanted to hear. You would have preferred her to be, I don't know, 18, somebody very naive, basically no competition for you. What you're going to be realizing, Libra, is this is quite a woman. She's loving, caring and giving. She's well known on social media. She could be a healer. She's definitely in the limelight and she has a lot of attention from other people. It's as if, oh my God, and look at this woman, right? You're pulling back to think about what you want to do. You're thinking about the Ten of Cups. I thought this Emperor was my Ten of Cups. But you guys are arguing. You may be sitting there, Libra, thinking, I'm not quite sure what to do, because with the Page of Wands, what if he starts messaging this Queen of Cups again? What if he decides to leave me once and for all to be with her? Because even though he's telling you, Libra, this was just a one-night stand, the reason why you're angry and so upset is that this woman, I think, is quite a catch. I mean, this is serious competition. This wasn't your Emperor saying, oh, yeah, you know, I had a few too many drinks after work and slept with the secretary who's here on transfer. Yeah, you know, it was just, oh, I was blind drunk. No. You're looking at this Queen of Cups thinking, oh my gosh, that is my competition. Okay. Now, Libra, you may be really beautiful. You may have a heart of gold. You may have an incredible career, but you hate the fact that she is sat in this energy, because that's why you're upset. She's somehow in the limelight, very successful, and you're thinking, wow, okay, that's my competition. That's not good, right? Underneath the deck, my Libras, 8 of Swords, you're in your head. Ace of Cups. You're nervous that this Emperor is going to leave you to be with this Queen of Cups, who I think is sat in the 9 of Pentacles. She's single, she's stable. She could be highly intuitive. She could be a Pisces or a Cancerian. You guys have had a lot of arguments about this infidelity. He cheated on you, so he's admitted it and even told you who this woman is, and this is you feeling betrayed. This wasn't just a drunken one-night stand, Libra. That's what you're upset about. That's what you're really upset about. So let's get some messages from the angels. Here we go, guys. What do we have for my lovely Libras from the angels? You will recover, Libra. Recovery. You will recover from this. You may also be concentrating on your health. Take action. Take action on improving your health, Libra, and you will make a full recovery. So, guys, I've got to be honest, I don't know, Libra, whether or not you've had a health problem, which meant that you couldn't be physical with your Emperor for a period of time a while ago, and he slipped. You know, he met this Queen of Cups, and because he was feeling a bit frustrated physically, it might all have happened very fast. What I feel you should think about is, though, it was just a one-night stand. It doesn't seem to be that this was any more than just a one-night stand. This was not an ongoing affair. It was a one-off. Not that that makes things better, Libra, but I feel that's what the divine is trying to say to you. The Emperor normally acts with integrity. Yes, you're heartbroken about this, but he has been honest about it. And if you know you've been unwell, or even, Libra, you slipped into feeling depressed and you didn't want to be physical with your Emperor, well, not to say that you can't blame him, but he can't live like a monk, right? There's something here about you improving your health and recovering and taking action to do that, to bring this relationship back on track. So think about that, Libra, okay? There are helpful people that are around you to help you recover and improve your health. Ask your angels for guidance. And you will need to make some kind of compromise, Libra. Maybe there was an ongoing issue between you and your Emperor. I don't know what it was. It could have been anything, Libra. Something he wanted you to do that you didn't want to do and you dug your heels in. Maybe you didn't want to get a job because you suffered from depression and it was all very difficult. Whatever this is, the divine is saying this relationship can be healed. Know that this is a one-off. I don't think these two are in contact anymore. I don't see it here. But you are worried about this. Four of Swords. In your head about this. Yes, we've healed the Ten of Cups, or we are going to heal the Ten of Cups, but what if he passionately messages her again? Yes, but I don't see any indication that she's interested in him. Right? He may even have lied to her and pretended he was single. So Libra, I don't think you've got anything to get really stressed about pertaining to this woman chasing your Emperor. It just looks as if this was a one-off. A while ago, he thought to himself, I have to be honest with Libra. It might have just bugged him that he had this weighing on his mind. I think you flipped out when you realised who she was. But I think this can be healed. So the divine wants you to really look at the situation, why he felt he wanted to do that, to step out. They want you to concentrate on your health, recover your health, and take action. There will be helpful people to help you do that. There will be helpful people around you, you know, who are there to give support. And they want you to consider compromising in some way. And then I think things are going to work out with your Emperor. But I think, Libra, this was a shock. So, guys, let's head now to the sign of Scorpio. Hello, Scorpio. So we are firmly approaching the weekend, guys. I do hope all is well in your world. Let's figure out what's going on, my lovely Scorpios. So, Archangel Michael, what do we have for Scorpio, please? Heading into the weekend, thank God it's Friday, Scorps. What do we got for my lovely Scorpios? Thank you, Michael. I'm hearing 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. You may feel a little bit stuck trying to make a decision. You may feel, well, if I want this, I'm going to have to release that. If I want that, I'm going to have to change that, right? It's kind of, whichever way you look at it, you're going to have to make some changes. Could be something similar. The Wheel of Destiny. Wow. So, Scorpio, you are moving into a new cycle. Fast with a Chariot. Wow. It's as if I'm going for it, I'm going for it. But the Chariot's a little bit chaotic. I don't know why I'm feeling there's a sense of, I just want to do this and fast. Okay. All right, Scorpio. 5 of Wands. Okay, 5 of Swords. Okay, my lovely Scorps. I think you're stressed because you think you've sabotaged a relationship with someone that you're supposed to be with, and you are basically traveling to see them to say, I want to talk to you because I'm really sorry, but XYZ happened, or I did it because of that. I mean, I think, the High Priestess, you be silently really worried. There hasn't been a lot of conversation with someone, Scorpio. And I think what you're thinking about is, I don't want to lose this. I don't want to lose this person. I don't want to lose this opportunity. I want to travel to see them to talk. Queen of Cups. Okay. Justice. Wow. The Strength card. Leo energy. The 9 of Pentacles. The Tower. That's your energy, Scorpio. The 3 of Pentacles. The 8 of Swords. Eight of Wands. In your head about communication. The Star, Aquarian energy. Scorpio, I feel you believe it is your destiny that you are with this person. I think you're coming through as the Queen of Cups here, Scorps. With the energy of the Justice card, you may feel as if this is the person you want to be with. The problem is, Scorpio, this person's going to hold back because they're happier single. You may be shocked because you may feel, God, you know, well, I've got a lot to offer. I've got a great job. I'm looking pretty good. I'm sitting in pre-Empress energy. I've got a loving heart. You may be really surprised that this person says, I am so sorry, but I'm not looking for a relationship. Shock, Tower. And you're going to be even more surprised, Scorpio, when this person says to you, but we can be friends, we could collaborate, we could start a creative project together. And you're in your head thinking, what? This person was passionately messaging me, and now they're putting me in the friend zone, behaving as if we could collaborate as acquaintances, but they don't want anything else with me. You're just a bit shocked. Underneath the deck, guys, 3 of Cups. So Scorpio, I think you were planning on moving towards someone that you were dating quite seriously to say, I want us to reconcile. This is you doing the Scorpio Queen of Cups, right? So you were planning on approaching someone here to say, I really want to be with you. The Hierophant. Scorpio, you may have assumed this person would take you back with open arms. You may have felt this person fell in love with you. They could be a Taurian or an Aries, Leo, Sag. You thought, I know this person's super attracted to me. I know that they're going to want me back. This would have been everything you'd ever wanted. 9 of Cups. You were thinking, I know this person is just really into me. It's going to be fine. They're going to say, oh, of course, yes, 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 I want to be with you. But what you're going to realize is this person sat a little bit in their ego and they're saying to you, sorry, I don't think I want a relationship. And I think, Scorpio, you're going to sit there feeling really confused. What I think you're most confused about, if for those of you out there, you're a bit sort of, well, he's got every right to say no. I get the impression that previously, Scorpio, this guy must have chased you, must have run after you, must have said, you're the love of my life, you know, I want to be with you. You may have put him at arm's length, Scorpio, saying, well, hang on, I need to think about this, I'm not sure about this, right? And I don't think you two spoke for a while. What you're deciding to do is, okay, think, Scorpio, I've made up my mind. I really want this. I just needed some time to think about this. I think this guy is really for me. So you're moving towards him thinking, okay, we're going to move into a new cycle. I've made up my mind. I think I do want this guy. But with the 5 of Wands and the 5 of Swords, what you're going to realize is it's not going to be so easy just to walk into this guy's life and say, hey, I've decided I do want this. You thought, your intuition told you, Scorpio, that you thought this was going to be so easy. Because you loved him, you knew he wanted this. It's as if this is a no-brainer. And you were thinking, we're going to get married, justice, it's going to be lovely. Shock, he's holding back. saying to you, look, Scorpio, you got a lot to offer, but I've decided I'd rather be single. Tower. You're even more surprised because what he's saying is, yes, but we could work together on a project, or I'd love you to be involved and collaborate with me on this. And you're just sitting there thinking, oh my God, you're now talking to me as if we're going to be running a business together. I saw you as my future husband, right? I mean, that's what I'm getting here. Because look at all this confusion. You want to partner up with me to do with money, to do with business? What? Eight of Swords in your head. Right? But we sent passionate messages to each other. But this man told me that I was everything he ever wanted. And now I'm having to heal. I was thinking that if I reunited with this King of Wands, right? There's the King of Wands. It would lead to marriage. I'd have everything I ever wanted. 9 of Cups. Okay. But what you're realizing is this guy was sitting firmly in his ego, and all he's saying is, oh yeah, sorry, Scorpio, I sort of changed my mind. And you're there sat in utter confusion. How could he change his mind so fast? What happened, right? Between the time that we disconnected and the time that I realized I really wanted this. Let's get some messages from the angels, guys. Let's do that. Here we go. Archangel Michael, what do we have for my lovely Scorpios? Thank you, Michael. Unlikely. Perfect timing. Listen to your intuition. Communicate clearly. Helpful people. Be assertive. Scorpio, what you may realize is, just at the time that you're racing towards this person to say, I'm so sorry I needed some time to think about this, I do realize that I want to be with you, assuming that they're going to be super excited, you don't know what's happened in this person's life. Because what they're saying is, it's unlikely that this is going to lead to a romance, because if you listen to your intuition, it's unlikely this was the perfect time for this person. They may be going through a nightmare, or they may have had massive job issues, or they may have so much on their plate they don't know what to do first. In your world, Scorpio, you just made up your mind and you wanted to tell this person that you made up your mind that they were the one. But this King of Wands, I think, has got quite a hectic life. I think what this King of Wands is going to do is to say to you, look, I've had to be assertive with people. I've had a really difficult time. He may have had major job issues, or he may have been taken advantage of financially. He may say to you, you know, I've got people around me that are trying to help me, but things are a bit tough right now. Scorpio, you are expecting this guy to throw open the door and say, hey, I love you too. Great. You want to be with me? No. The way he's seeing this now is, oh, okay, Scorpio, well, you're back. Okay, yeah, I can't offer you a relationship. I've got too much on my plate. I've got other things on my mind right now. But, you know, if you want to collaborate with me and do something creative, that would be great. And you're there dumbstruck thinking, I don't quite get what you're talking about because I thought we were moving into a relationship. Yeah, no. So, underneath that, wait. Scorpio, it may well be that you just caught this King of Wands at completely the wrong time. It may be that you realised it was the right time for you. Okay, I made up my mind. I want the King of Wands, but you have no idea what the King of Wands was coping with behind the scenes whilst you were trying to make up your mind, right? And so you may not get the result that you want, but if you can wait, he may change his mind a few months down the line, Scorpio. Okay? All right, guys. So let's move to the sign of Sagittarius. Hello, Sag. How's it going? Hope you guys are well. Let's jump in and find out what is going to be happening for you moving through the weekend and heading into a new week. So, Archangel Michael, what do we have for my lovely Sagittarians, please? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, masculine or feminine. What do we have for my Saggies? I'm actually hearing or feminine Saturn, her masculine, but there we go. I've just heard that. Okay, what do we have for my lovely Saggies? Thank you, Michael. I feel, Sag, you believe you feel a bit held back. The reason why, I know it sounds crazy, I'm actually seeing a horse trainer in an arena, and this beautiful palomino is being trotted around this arena, but the palomino's really stressed out. It's as if I really don't want to be doing this. I really just want to jump over the fence and head for freedom. You may feel as if, Sag, you're going around in circles. You may feel you're caught in a toxic loop. You may feel as if there's no way out of this. Bless you. Page of Wands. Okay. Ace of Swords. I don't know why I'm suddenly feeling a bit angry. Okay. Yeah, Page of Swords. Okay. Wow. Wow. The Chariot. Five of Pentacles. Sag, I think you're delivering a difficult message of truth to someone. I think you're standing up for what you really want. What you're saying to this person is, I'm angry that you put me in this situation. Ace of Swords, I want out of this. The difficult message of truth is, I'm leaving you because I feel left out in the cold. That's it, Sag. I mean, you call a spade a spade. I mean, that is what that is. You may feel as if somebody's desperately been trying to hang on to you, but it's as if, no, I've had it. I'm going. The Strength card. It's going to take a lot of courage for you to do this. Ace of Wands, but you want this passionate new start, Sag. The Empress. I think, Saggy, this is you. You're coming through as an Empress. The Star. You want to go for your dream come true. You may want to be with an Aquarian, a Taurus, or a Libra. We've got Leo here too, and Cancerian energy. But Sag, I think what you are saying is, sorry, I'm leaving. That's it, Sag. The Hangman. You feel as if you have been self-sacrificing for long enough. You see your life differently now. Queen of Pentacles, you may feel, God, you know what? It's been a struggle. I've stayed here because I've had to do the right thing. I've stayed here because I wanted to be a good wife, a good partner, right? But what you're thinking about, Sag, is I am really unhappy because I know I've been staying for financial stability, and I know that emotionally this relationship died a long time ago. Seven of Swords. You're looking at the Seven of Swords, Sag, feeling very confused. I think, Sag, you also realise that possibly quietly your partner cheated on you. Yeah, he's coming through as a King of Swords. Sag, you are done. You are done. You're making a bid for freedom, Saggy. I'm almost getting a sort of moment in the kitchen where, you know, you could be putting away pots and pans or clearing up after supper, and your person walks in and you just feel this ball of irritation, this frustrated energy bubbling up inside you, and you lash out. I'm sorry, but this is done. I'm sorry this is done. I'm sorry it's a bit of a shock. I'm sorry it's a difficult message, but I'm leaving. I'm fed up of feeling left out in the cold. You have been holding back, Sag, from having a passionate new start. You're sitting in Empress energy. But I think at this point, Sag, you are desperately wanting to get out of this. It's what I'm getting. You just want to be free, Sag. Now, I don't know if you want to be free to pursue somebody else, but I'm definitely getting you telling someone, I am leaving you. Because you see things differently. You have been staying for the stability. But what you're also realizing is you think your partner's been cheating on you, possibly several times. You think he's been strategic, and Sag, it's as if a switch has gone off inside you and you're thinking, okay, this is done. Yeah, this is done. This is done. 6 of Wands. Yeah. I think, Sag, you have been wearing a false mask for the longest time. Forgive me, guys, but I'm just getting the energy of you thinking, well, I've got a beautiful house. I've got a very nice car, right? We live well. We can afford to have a lovely life. But on the inside, Sag, you have been desperately unhappy. This is the quintessential woman who has a wardrobe full of designer clothes, but you know your husband's cheated on you, right? You know there's no real love left in the relationship. You know it's just fake. 8 of Wands. The Sun. I think this is your King of Swords trying to persuade you to stay. Look, Sag, you know, calm down, darling. You just need a holiday. Calm down. You don't really want to leave. I understand you're a bit stressed out. Maybe you've been stressed out to do with work recently or because I've been busy. Well, I think we need a holiday, Sag, and you're furious. You're furious. 2 of Swords. It's as if they don't get it. You're not, you know, a little woman sort of messing around saying, oh, you haven't given me a lot of attention, so I'm being petulant and spoiled, and saying, oh no, I'm going to tell you I'm leaving you, right? Hair flip, I'm going to leave you. No, Sag, you're deadly serious. You don't think your person takes you seriously, but you're deadly serious. I'm just getting an almost patting you on the head type energy, which might make your blood boil. Nope, I don't need a holiday, thank you. I'm leaving you, says Sag. I'm hearing it, I'm taking the money. I'm taking the money. Sag, you are off on, I'm sorry, I'm laughing, guys. You're off on a brand new path. You're in a new cycle, Sag. You're already emotionally in a new cycle. Emotionally, Sag, I think you detached from this situation a long time ago. But you stayed because maybe it was stable. What you're realizing is this really is over. And no amount of cajoling or blowing smoke up your backside is going to make any difference, Sag, because you are done. All right. Saggy, let's get some messages. Don't want to knock my plant over. Let's get some messages from the angels. Sag, you're probably very angry and upset right now. I mean, this is an argument. It's done. Difficult message of truth. I'm leaving you. This is you, Sag, right? You're coming through as the Empress. Yeah. But there is an enormous sense of relief coming through and almost a sort of self-pride that you've had the courage to be honest and just get it all out there, Sag. I think you've been keeping your feelings inside for the longest time and it's all going to come out in a rush. And I wouldn't be surprised, Sag, if 24 hours later, you find yourself with a bag packed or a couple of bags packed on a plane. You're going to see a relative for a couple of months. And I don't know, Sag, you may have met someone in the past that you want to spend some time with. I don't know. This could be you heading towards somebody else. What is the energy pertaining to this reading for my Saggies? Perfect timing. Sag, this is the perfect time for you to get out of Dodge. A year from now. A year from now. Okay, Sag. A year from now, you will feel as if forgiveness is needed. Forgiveness is needed. Yeah. So, Sag, if you walk out of living with your person, put everything in the hands of the lawyers, or if you were living together, you may never want to see this person again. It may be that brutal. But I think, Sag, you really have had it with this person. You may be surprised that you bump into each other. An opportunity will arise for you two to come across each other's paths again a year from now. And it may be that that is the perfect time to say to this person, look, I'm really sorry that this ended so abruptly. I'm really sorry that it happened in the way that it did. But I just felt I couldn't be in the situation any longer. So, Sag, if you do leave, and if you're thinking, oh my God, okay, I feel a bit bad because I blocked this person. I said, I never want to speak to you again. I moved out the next day. It was all a bit quick, right? A bit shocking for this person. There will be an opportunity for you to say to them, look, I'm just sorry I did it in the way that I did it. There will be an opportunity next year, Sag, okay? So remain positive. Try to think about this person's feelings. They are going to be a bit taken aback. I'm hearing the word whiplash. Be careful, Sag, you don't say something really cutting and unpleasant in the moment when you're stressed, thinking, oh my God, I just want out of here. Because you can't take something back once you've said it. Once you've said it, that's it. So remain positive. Yeah, but be assertive. I'm sorry, but this is not working. I think I should detach. But don't say anything that you look back on and think, oh God, did I have to say that in anger? You know, did I have to be that brutal or that unpleasant? I just felt a bit frustrated. So, Sag, watch your words. Watch what you say. I've got Saggy rising and we can be a bit blunt now and again. Or we can say something and think, oh God, I shouldn't have said it like that, right? Think before you speak. I do think you are going to leave. I think your person's going to be a bit surprised. Your King of Swords. Bit shell-shocked. What? But a year from now, there may be a chance for you two to come together and just talk this out. Even if, Sag, you're happily single, you know, playing the field, or whether or not you're happily settled with somebody else, there will be an opportunity to soften the blow a year from now, okay? All right, guys, under the deck, you're ready. I think, Sag, you're ready to leave. You are ready to leave, okay? All right, guys. Let's move to the sign of Capricorn. So, Caps, here we are. This is your reading for Friday, the 20th of June, 2025. Hope you've got a fantastic weekend planned, my Cappies. Lovely to be with you guys. Thank you for being here. Oh, Hangman just flipped over. You could be thinking of a Pisces. You could be seeing somebody else's perspective. You may be feeling as if you've been self-sacrificing. Let's see what's going on for my Capricorns. Thank you, Michael. Six of Pentacles flipped over. Are you thinking about equal give and take? Are you thinking about the concept of an equal give and take relationship? Or Cappy, maybe Someone here is giving you money, a helping hand or something like that. Oh, the Tower. Okay, guys. Scorpio, Aries energy. The King of Swords. Capricorn. Wow. Six of Swords. Knight of Cups. This is a turnaround. Queen of Cups. This is a turnaround, Capricorn. What I think is shocking is that after a King of Swords was strategic with you, which was something that shocked you and maybe blew up the relationship before, he wants to move to calmer waters with you because he loves you. I think, Caps, you're coming through as a Queen of Cups. Now, unless, Capricorn, with a King of Swords, you're being strategic because something's blown up in your world and you're thinking, I know, I'll move to calmer waters and tell the Queen of Cups I love her because I need a helping hand, I need a safe haven or something. But, Cappy, you're not like that. I wouldn't imagine a masculine would do that because that's just manipulative. I'm not seeing you sat in any type of manipulative energy as a masculine. I think you're coming through as a Queen of Cups. You may have Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio as a rising moon or Venus, Capricorn in your chart. The Two of Cups. Cappy, I think this King of Swords loves you. He wants to balance the scales with you, Temperance. I think you may have walked away from him because he was strategic before. He's coming back to say he loves you. He's coming back to say he loves you. He's missed you. He's missed you, Capricorn. Yeah, he wants to change everything around now. One of you may have a really strong Scorpio placement. It may be you, Caps. But what you're going to realise is, I think this guy might have been a bit cold and might have planned something in the past which he knew would affect you negatively. You may have walked away from him. It might have been a shock. But what he's realised is he does love you and he's coming back to tell you. Page of Wands. I'm seeing this as good news, Capricorn. Good news, but you're in your head, you're conflicted because you guys had a massive argument in the past. You may feel, yes, he wants a brand new start, but you may feel this is a bit risky. Six of Pentacles, yes, because he breadcrumbed you in the past. Yeah, that Six of Pentacles flipped up. When I was shuffling the deck, I saw it. But I think he's serious, Capricorn. He's serious. He's ready for an equal give and take relationship. He's ready to put his feet under the table. He's ready to commit to you. It may be, Capricorn, he was strategic in the past, but it might be you had none of it and said, okay, well, if you're going to do something that's a little bit sneaky, then I'm sorry, I want nothing to do with you. And it might be he pulled back and did a lot of thinking and thought, yeah, Capricorn's right. Whatever happened here, Capricorn, he's coming back to say he loves you. He is in love with you. It might have been a while ago since you two last spoke, but he has missed you and he wants to change everything. He wants a passionate new start with you, but you're there thinking, oh my gosh, well, the last time we spoke, we had a massive argument. Now he wants me to take a leap of faith and a risk with him, but he does want a balanced connection and he is looking to commit to you. Okay? Yeah. So, underneath the deck, Eight of Pentacles. He wants to work on this, Caps. There is guilt, remorse, regret about the past. There is. He's going to apologise for the past. He's going to apologize for maybe walking off and leaving you. Okay. What he's saying to you now is 10 of Cups. I just want to be with you. I want to be with you. I've been stressed out without you. You're the one for me. Caps, this has been a long time coming. This has been a long time coming. Knight of Pentacles. This could even be, Capricorn, you two married, you separated, and this guy is coming back saying, I know we've been separated for 2 or 3 years, Capricorn, but I still love you. Let's sort things out. Let's sort things out. And you may feel, well, this is risky because the last time we spoke, we were talking about divorce and now he wants to patch things up. I mean, it could go that way too. But Scorps, I think this is a lovely ending to this reading. I don't think he's ever going to leave you ever again. There is going to be victory and success, Capricorn, okay? Let's have a look and see what the angels want to say. What do the angels have to say to my lovely Capricorns? There's no need to worry, Caps. Bless you. There's no need to worry, guys. There's no need to stress. My Cappies, communicate clearly how you feel. I think this is you two having a really open, honest conversation, and there will be big happy changes when you communicate clearly. And it's going to go well, because with no need to worry, the angels are saying you've got nothing to stress about. Is there anything else the angels want to say to Capricorn? Okay. You may need to compromise on something. You may need to compromise on something, Capricorn, to enable these big happy changes. There will need to be compromise, yes. But if you can compromise, I think this is going to go beautifully well. Okay? Yeah. So, my lovely Cappies, a beautiful reading. Thank God for that. They've been a bit tough for this particular period of time. And we're moving now to the sign of Aquarius. Okay, guys, here we go. My lovely Aquarians. Let's see what the next few days are going to bring you. I don't know why I'm seeing a parachute. I'm seeing somebody. It's actually not a parachute, it's a hang glider. Somebody's hang gliding down. Okay. Are you making a soft landing, a quiet landing somewhere, Aquarius? Not wanting somebody to know that you've landed in their area or something like that. I'm getting a sort of silent energy, okay. Or are you just silently coming into land? Are you feeling a lot more peaceful within yourself? So what do we have for Aquarius? Thank you, Michael. Friday the 20th of June. Don't know why I'm seeing a hang glider. Strange. Okay. You may be wanting a bird's eye view. Knight of Pentacles. The Star. This is you, Aquarius. Wow. You may have someone moving towards you, wanting to commit. It might have been a long time coming. Four of Swords. It's going to happen, Aquarius, when you least expect it. You may be meditating. You may be having a nice warm soaky bath, right? Looking at the star. I'm looking at these cups of water. It is going to come in out of the blue. You may sit there feeling a bit confused. I had no idea this person was going to show up. Okay, Nine of Swords. Oh gosh, guys, why are you stressing? Aqua, why are you stressing? Is it just the shock of them turning up? I mean, I hope they're not going to turn up on your front door step if you're in the middle of having a bath. I don't know. Yeah, the Hermit, Virgo energy. Four of Wands. Somebody's been doing a lot of soul searching about what they want in their life. Maybe this is somebody who didn't know if they wanted a relationship and now they know they do. The Sun. Aquarius, this could even be somebody that it couldn't work out with previously because you guys lived in different areas of the world or different states or different cities. Unbeknown to you, this person may have landed in your area, quietly got a job, and they may plan on turning up to say, it's been a while, but I live here now and I've never forgotten you. I'd like to date you seriously. And this is you thinking, oh my gosh. The King of Cups. Aquarius, this person loves you. They love you. So we've got Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, could be a fellow Aquarian. Virgo here. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Leo energy too. I think you're going to be floored, Aqua, the Chariot. Cancerian energy. That they have relocated to be where you are silently with the view that they simply know that you two are going to build a life together. I mean, for some of you, you may feel that's a bit presumptuous, right? It's as if you don't have any say in the matter. Yes, I'm here, Aquarius. Let's get the show on the road. Should we get married? Yeah, Judgment. What you're thinking about is, you're looking at this Chariot. What you're thinking about, Aqua, is this was a massive decision this person made to make it work with me. As in, they weren't messing around. They must have planned this a while ago. You might be a bit shell-shocked. Yes. Tower. Yeah. Oh my God. They've actually moved to my area, or they've moved countries silently, tried to get a job because they felt that they wanted to make it work with me, to be with me. You may feel it's a bit odd though, Aquarius, that they did just tell you what they planned on doing before. You may wonder whether or not, in the nicest sense, they felt that if they told you what they were planning on doing before, you may have stopped them doing it because you weren't sure. Oh God, really? No, don't move countries to be with me because, you know, you may be thinking, Aquarius, you weren't that serious about this person in the past. You may feel a bit bulldozed into a relationship because of what they've done to make it work with you. Because Aquarius, to be honest, what's coming through is you're not bouncing up down with joy here. What you're thinking about is, oh my God, I can't believe they did that. You know, I mean, this is a long time coming. They're coming in to say you're everything I've ever wanted, Aquarius. This is your star card. You're not, you know, excitedly celebrating with this person. You're pulling back to do some serious thinking on your own. It's as if they text you and say, by the way, I'm coming to see you tomorrow because I've moved to your area. And you're thinking, oh my God, what? Let me think about this. I'm really confused. And then you don't sleep very well that night thinking, wow, does that mean this person is going to propose? I mean, you don't just move countries or to another state and rearrange all your life and leave your job and all that sort of stuff unless you're really serious. You're doing some soul searching as to whether or not you really want this, Aquarius. Four of Wands. Do you want this? Not do they want this, because they do want this. Do you want this? Because you're enlightened, this person loves you, okay? They've made a massive move to be with you. But again, what you're looking at is this is a massive life change. I mean, but this is also a life change for you. Tower. Oh my God, they're proposing, or oh my gosh, they want to move in with me, or they want me to move in with them. You don't make a decision like this lightly. Yeah, Tower. I mean, this is someone coming in to say, I can't help it, I'm in love with you. Yeah, didn't want to tell you before, but I got a job here and I moved to this country a month ago. I landed silently. I didn't want to tell you before. I mean, you're just not going to know what to say. You're just not going to know what to say. And yes, I'm not surprised this card has come through because you're a little bit defensive. You may feel this person sort of railroaded you into a serious relationship because of what they've done to make this work. You may feel that they've been a bit strategic. You want to be excited about this, Aquarius, but I don't know if you are. I don't know if you are, guys. This is you thinking, wow, okay, well, I can't really say no because this person's left their job and this person's moved to my country to be with me. I kind of feel stuck between a rock and a hard place now, you know? Underneath the deck, guys, the Four of Cups, yeah. Aqua, you're not very excited about this. It's as if this person's offering you the cup and you're thinking, okay, I'm not sure I really want this. But they've traveled, right? 6 hours on a plane. They've got another job. I can't really say no. But you may feel cross that they put you in this situation. You may feel that they've been simply strategic, almost knowing that you couldn't say no, knowing that it would almost seem rude if you push them away. The Death card could be a Scorpio, masculine, or an air sign. They're coming in to apologize, but there's a fish in that cup. Do you feel as if they just want to win you? Do you feel as if they just want to be victorious instead of locking you down? And so what they've done is they've moved to your area or they've relocated to make sure that you couldn't say no. Yeah, Page of Pentacles. They may turn up even with a gift. God, Aqua. I mean, I'm just not getting the impression that you want this, Aquarius, because, I mean, if you were in love with this person and they traveled to relocate to your area and they shifted their whole life around to be with you because they loved you, if you love this person, you'd be delighted. You would have tears in your eyes. You'd be thinking, oh my God, yes, right, move in with me or let's get hitched. But you're not. You're shell-shocked, you're stressed, you're confused, you're pulling back to think about things. You know this is a big decision. You're sitting in the rubble of the tower that they've said they're in love with you. And you're being defensive. So you obviously don't want this. You're maybe even feeling a bit annoyed that you believe they were strategic in planning this for a long time so that you could not say no. You may think that's a bit out of order, actually. Underneath that is the Seven of Pentacles. You're looking at past mistakes, Aquarius. You will not be pushed, railroaded, pressured into anything by anyone that has any ulterior motives. Has this person got a job? Are they holding just one pentacle? You're looking at your savings thinking, is this person angling to move in with me because they haven't got a job? Or they want me to pay their rent? And they're making out that they've flown to your country to be with you because I love you. You know, be careful, Aqua. Be careful. Three of Pentacles. They may want even to collaborate with you. I would just be careful and ask lots of questions. What's your situation? Oh, you've managed to get a new job, obviously, because you wouldn't have because you wouldn't have moved to my area if you didn't have a job, because you can't move in with me, right? Just be careful. They're not angling to sort of get their feet under the table somehow. This might be someone who can be a little bit forceful, a bit controlling, a bit pushy to get what they want when it's not actually what you want. Let's have a look and see what the angels have to say, Aqua. Here we go. Archangel Michael, tell us about this situation for Aquarius. Compromise. Ask for help from others. Aquarius, I think you're going to speak to a couple of friends of yours about this in the near future. I think this person is somehow wanting you to compromise in the near future, but you're not sure you want to compromise. I mean, are they landing themselves on your doorstep, but you know they're still married, but you feel as if they believe you can't turn them away because they've made all this effort to live with you or something? Listen to your intuition, Aquarius. Be very careful with this person. Be very careful. I don't know why I'm feeling that. Unlikely. What's that about? It's unlikely the situation will improve. It may be they don't have any financial stability. It's unlikely their situation will improve, and so they're thinking, oh shit, what can I do? I know, I'll just land myself on Aquarius and then I'll make out as if I love Aquarius and I'm sure they'll take me in. They've got to, right? I mean, anybody who would get on a plane and say, I'm here, I love you, they can't turn me away. There's something a little bit calculating about this, Aqua. Be incredibly careful, guys. I think I'm dealing with someone very busy, someone who's got control of their life, somebody who may even be doing well on social media, Aqua. You haven't seen this person for quite a long time, and it's going to shock the hell out of you. What the hell are you doing here, right? They're going to come in telling you they love you, but you're highly suspicious because if they were in a situation before, their situation hasn't changed, or they're in a difficult place in their life financially, and they may say, oh, I love you, because they want you to say, move in with me. I would just be careful, Aquarius. Okay, guys? Strange reading. Okay, people, I am leaving that there. Take care of you. Have a lovely weekend. And we are now finally moving to the sign of Pisces. So, my beautiful Pisces, here we go. Here we go, guys. Let's have a look and see what's been going on, or what will be going on, rather, I should say. It's been a long reading. What will be going on for you over the next few days, heading into the weekend and a brand new week. Friday, the 20th of June, for my lovely Pisces. Hope you guys are well. Thank you so much for being here. Timestamps will be in the description box, guys, okay? All the timestamps will be in the description box. You do not need to ask other people watching this reading to put timestamps on there, okay? They will not be in the comments. They will be in the description box, okay? All right. Okay, here we go. Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. My little fishies. Let's see what's going on. Ooh, lots of communication, possibly across the sea. Somebody is coming in to say, I care about you, or somebody is saying to you, I'm in love with you. Wow, Empress. Pisces, they see you as their Empress. Judgment. They want you to make a serious judgment call. Sorry guys, jog the camera. About the Ace of Pentacles. Wow. Pisces. Someone's coming in to say, I love you. Let's talk about moving in together. You're thinking, what? What? Oh, Three of Swords. What is that about? Is this person saying that they were heartbroken about you? Heartbroken when they left you? They realized they fell in love with you. Queen of Swords. The Fool. Pisces, it's going to be a tough one because this person left you brokenhearted. They walked away from you and they made you feel like a fool. You had to stand your ground with this person. They could be a Sag, they could be an Aries, could be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio like yourself, Taurus and Libra here too. They left you brokenhearted and walked away from you. So what you're saying to this person is, what happened between the time that you walked away from me and you're coming back to me? Because you're asking me to make a major decision here. What you're saying is, I love you, let's talk about moving in together. The Ace of Pentacles is uprooting and moving. Page of Cups. They're going to apologize for breaking your heart in the past. They're going to say that they're in love with you. Emperor. Could be an Aries, could be simply somebody ready to take charge of their life. Ace of Cups, they're offering you love, but there's something hidden with the Moon. Are they still legally married to somebody else and they just don't want to talk about it? Under the deck, Pisces, Queen of Wands. This is feeling very complicated, guys. My initial reaction is, Pisces, you met this person, you realised they were married, but you two also realised that this was a very strong divine connection, twin flame connection, Emperor, Empress. This was angelically guided. What I think you're nervous about is this Emperor could be married to a Queen of Wands. You're sat in the energy of the Empress, divine feminine energy. Or you feel as if you're actually still the other woman, that they are still legally married to somebody else. It's been a long time coming. Knight of Pentacles. Hangman. They want you to see things differently, Pisces, but you're conflicted. You're conflicted because this person treated you like a one-night stand, Pisces. You may feel they're coming back, but they're coming back to be strategic. They're coming back to get passion and love, something they've missed, while still being held in a long-term commitment with somebody else, possibly in another country with the energy of the world. You feel that they plan on juggling you with somebody they're still legally married to somewhere else, and that's what's stressing you out. What you're thinking about is, I could manifest this, but you do not want to head into a new cycle with this person, with them still connected to somebody else. It doesn't matter that they're your true divine masculine. If in the 3D, Pisces, they are legally married to somebody else, I don't think you'd want to say yes. It's a tough one, guys. It's a tough one. Let's see what the angels have to say. Here we go. Archangel Michael, what do the angels have to say to my lovely Pisces? So we have the chance of twin union in the 3D for you Pisces, but I think this Emperor's still legally married. Because with the Ace of Cups, he's offering you love, but he's hiding something. And with the energy of the King of Pentacles, I think he's hiding that he's still legally married to somebody else. So he's possibly planning on saying to you, we could move in together, build a life together, but what he doesn't want to talk about, Pisces, is the fact that he's still married to another woman. Big happy changes. Big happy changes. Reconsider. Okay. And be assertive. Unlikely. Perfect timing. Okay. Okay. Final card for Pisces. Don't know which to take, Michael. That one? Choose a new direction. Okay. Pisces, what they are asking you to do is to be diplomatic but firm. What the angels are suggesting you say is, oh my gosh, so you've gone through some big happy changes to change your situation, to commit to me, right? And this person may look slightly uncomfortable, thinking, well, actually, I'm still married. What they're going to say to you, Pisces, is, I want you to reconsider because I love you. I know I'm still married, but Pisces, you know, my wife lives in another country, or it's a really difficult situation. Will you reconsider, Pisces? We could be so happy together. I think what the angels are saying is, be assertive. Be assertive. What they want you to say to this person is, I don't think it's likely that your situation's going to change in the future. I think you're still in the same situation that you were in before. It is perfect timing that you've turned up, though, because I'm about to head in another direction. As in, I want to close the cycle out. I think that's what they're asking you to do. It might be the hardest thing for you to accept that this person hasn't changed, that they're still hiding the fact that they're married. But I think, Pisces, rather than blowing up at this person or getting angry with this person, you need to be very mature so they understand you're serious. Be assertive. Say to this person, it's unlikely that your situation's going to change. You may even say to this person, Pisces, it's unlikely that this is going to work out between us because I've chosen a new direction. Basically, what you're trying to say to this person is, I've closed the door. I've closed myself off from the opportunity of being with you in the future because I had to think about myself rather than hope that you would come back changed, or hope that you would come back with a changed situation. What you're realizing is their situation hasn't changed. They're going to say, I'm sorry, I'm in love with you, you're my soulmate, I can offer you love, right? Let's do this. I would even want us to move in together. But what they're not saying is that in another area of the world, they are still legally married to somebody else. That's what they're hiding with the moon. And so you're going to say no, Pisces, okay? Wow, guys. All right. I am leaving the reading there. It's been a really, really long reading. Thank you so much for bearing with me, but I really hope that these readings help you. Let me know, as always, in the comments. Take care of yourselves. Have a lovely weekend. And of course, I'll be back before you know it with your next set of readings. See you soon, guys. Bye now.